Hey, Cornbread review off the bat, bro.
You might not like my review then, man. Yeah, so all in all, man, I ended up coming up 2.5 out of 5. Two of them things.
Yo.
5 out of 5 cornbreads for the cornbread review. What you think?
Yo, welcome back for another Cornbread movie review, man. I told y'all this end of this year, I'm smacking y'all with episodes. Damn near once or twice a week now because we rolling through this thing. And of course, one of my guys who I've known for almost like 22, 23 years, man. This is bananas, bro.
In a minute.
But he definitely wants to bless the Cornbread movie review. And so here he is. Trey, what up, man? Talk to the people.
Not too much, man. Just excited to be here. Thanks for letting me come on a little bit, get them people that 1-2 combination again. They so dearly missed back in the day.
They used to hate that.
Age, football, whatever, man.
They used to hate it, bro. But I had to hold on, man. Illinois State, man. Let them represent back there.
Wait a minute. Well, we went from worst to first, 0-6 in 2020 to 9-4 MAC West champs. We do it for the Husky dogs,
That's good, man.
Shout out to Coach Hammock.
That's good, man. So today, make sure if you're watching this, make sure you like and subscribe and share, please. We are growing this movement. Every week we growing it, right? Trey, how can people reach you, man?
I am at IG at Urbana Ghost and email utown@gmail.com. And then on Facebook, Preston Williams III, but did want to shout out my wife's non-for-profit For the Grace Of, doing some good things. You can find them at For the Grace Of on Instagram too. So
all right, we'll put them in the description box too. But I know what y'all here for, man. I know they ready. It's two movies that people been, hey, when the review's coming out, and this is one of them. And today we are here to talk about the third installment of Spider-Man No Way Home. It is out now in theaters. It's PG-13, so you can take anybody. I went with my 8-year-old son, so they ain't worried about that, man. But you got any more housekeeping rules before we get into this thing, Pete? What's up?
Hey, let's go do this thing.
All right, so if you're new to the channel, I do each category in 5 different categories. Acting, cinematography, did I get what I bought, or storytelling, must-sees, and the best you can get is 5 in each category. So today, first category, we're gonna talk about acting. Now, the person who's in this movie, who's Spider-Man, is Tom Holland, man. He plays Spider-Man. He's been Spider-Man in about 6 movies now, even though it's 3 individual Spider-Mans that he played. I think he does a great job in playing a kid who's scared, but also a person who has to live and fight for the world, right? And this dude is 25 in real life, but he feel like a high school kid, right? Like, come on, bro, we gotta elevate him up. So they're gonna get him out of high school pretty soon. But I really enjoy his acting. When he's losing somebody or dealing with pain, I really feel that. It's very convincing. Also in this movie, I'm glad they brought this villain, this character back, is William Dafoe. He plays the Green Goblin. What? Stop sleeping on the Green Goblin. This dude is a psycho and he with the shits, no matter who you are. He just want to take over the world. But what's a couple more characters that you liked, Pete?
I call him Cumberbund, but he's Dr. Strange.
Yeah.
But I love the name, love his character, Dr. Strange. He fits it well. Like you were saying, Tom Holland, man, I was on him since Mission Impossible. Pretty goofy kid. I didn't know how he was going to do with Spider-Man, but, love like his progression. I'll go into more of the storyline. But yes, my main one was definitely William Dafoe. My man came back like Jordan, wearing the 4.5, didn't miss a beat. And there was rumors saying that he did his own stunts and all his action scenes. So that was like a must if he was coming back. So got to give it up to them. Love seeing JB Smoove and Hannibal Buress in there as well. Yep. But definitely Jamie Foxx as well. He was one of my favorite ones too.
Absolutely. I'm glad. I'm a real stickler on originals, so bringing back the original cast, there wasn't a different Electro, right? It was really Jamie Foxx playing him. So that gets points for me across the board. And like I said, the acting was very believable. We're going to give some spoilers, but we're going to give everything away. And the things that you saw was real, man. So as a collective in this category, acting, I give it a 4.5 out of 5 for me, man. I think they hit the notes on everything. I think, Tom Holland, his Spider-Man character is a couple flaws that I kind of get mad at because he is a kid technically, But I'm like, man, you just fought Thanos, so you better be walking around talking your shit, right? And he doesn't do that. And it pains me, but as a collective, they did that thing. So for me, 4.5 out of 5 in acting. What do you give this category?
I definitely give it about a 4.3. I do want to see what they do with some of the spinoffs and some other characters, but as far as the acting in this, I do like all the characters. Again, bringing back the original characters is key. Definitely love my girl Zendaya in there, and that chemistry was really good. But again, I'll bring up some more of this in the storyline part. But Tom Holland's progression was one of the key things that I was looking forward to seeing in this last installment. So I thought it was pretty.
Don't they date each other or something like that? I think they really,
yeah, that's real life. But this is like the second. This is like the second Spider-Man and MJ that started dating.
Right.
So we'll see how it ends.
No killer in Spider-Man 4 for real. This is crazy. But the next category for the people out there, so it's cinematography. This movie is 2 hours and 25 minutes. So use the bathroom, go get you some extra snacks because you don't want to be getting up and missing anything, right? This ain't
Sip that drink.
An hour
Sip that
and 30.
drink.
Yeah, sip that, not that syrup. Don't sip that. This ain't an hour and 45 minutes, hour 50 movie, right? So you're gonna be sitting there, you're gonna be glued to the seat. Also, the budget was 200 million. So they threw everything at this movie, right? It's not low budget. This is Marvel's top movie producer. So they had to throw the money at it. Now, in cinematography, I go over like, soundtrack, how does it look? Was it creative? So certain things, like when you said the fight scenes, I thought they were phenomenal. It was very tough to decipher, are these people really fighting each other or they got stunt doubles? So I think the camera work, and even if they really did do their own stunts, top notch. I think they did a great job on that. I think this started in like Iron Man 2 or 3 when the mask is off of the superhero and they just have the suit on. So it looks more realistic that you're actually seeing that individual fight or do whatever they want to do, right? So I give kudos, keep doing that to the superhero movies out there. If y'all listening, continue with that trend. Don't just have, I guess the Hulk is different, but don't just keep having Iron Man and they got their face on. You CGI that to death, right? The one thing I said that visually it wasn't too creative because we've seen the Spider-Man movies before or the Doctor Stranges, how they move certain buildings. So I don't think they were as creative as I would like, but visually it looked great. Cinematography, how do you feel in this category?
I was gonna say the same thing as far as the building, but with Spider-Man, like, you know what I'm saying? He's Spider-Man. He's flying through the city, like on buildings and stuff. So it's very hard, I would think, for them to do it and, us be feeling like we are flying with Spider-Man. So I do love how they do make us feel like we are flying and right there with him. So that's very much a bonus or a plus for me. I do kind of feel you where you think like, it's kind of the same thing moving the building. So it's not that big of oh my God type of thing. But as far as the overall cinematography, like you said, it's 2.5 hour movie long, 2.5 hours long, definitely kept my attention. So that's one of the main things. I'm one of those guys that, like, if I start kind of guessing what's going to happen next within the storyline or the scenes, I kind of go left. But this one kept me right there in front, ready to go. So I gave it a 5, man. I love the suit, love the characters, love all their action scenes and their originality to them or their individuality to them. So
right. So you gave it a 5 out of 5 in that category. So me, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 in that category. Like I said, I agree everything with what you said. Just a couple of things just didn't reach it up to me because when I'm going across the board, if it was just an individual Spider-Man movie, it would have got a 5. But I'm rating other movies compared to this one in cinematography, and it just didn't do it for me. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 in this category. Now, since you are my guest, our next category is storytelling. Would you like to go first and say your piece in this one, or what you want to do?
I'll say, I got a little something written down.
Get him out.
I got a little something written down. My bad. Fire Matt Nagy. But storyline, crazy good. They always do a good job in MCU. With the Easter eggs and playing off of previous movies and setting up movies. This trilogy, actually, I feel like, and you might agree, might disagree in between, but it does rival some of the top trilogies. And I'm gonna say that I say that to say this. At first, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, was eager to be an Avenger. He couldn't wait. He was like, "Oh, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark, Mr. Stark," like just all about it, right?
Right.
And then at the second one, it was like, dang, I really got to handle my responsibility. I really got to do this because I'm a hero. My man is gone. Like, this ain't no joke. Like, we do this out here, right? And then, just at the end, or at this movie, so this movie storytelling was just learning the cost of doing what's right for the greater good. And I think they really told that story well. It set it up good, brought in everybody that has been in his past, like you said, and that was in the past of the Spider-Man. So as far as storytelling, I do give it about a 4.8, 4.9, because I could follow, I guess, what I'm looking for, especially in trilogies. Can I follow that storyline, that progression of how that certain character or certain characters are progressing throughout? Do I see a change? Do I see an underlying theme of them? And like I mentioned before, those three things, I definitely got that from that. So that's why I give it a 4.8.
I totally agree. I think even from the storytelling, does it feel complete? And to me, it does, especially them opening up the multiverse, right?
Yep.
Like, of course, we all know, from Maguire, or what's the name? Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man, right? Like, that's the one that we grew up with as kids. Like, oh no, that's our Spider-Man. Then you got the middle one. Now you got Tom Holland, what the kids are seeing him now. So merging them all together, phenomenal. I think even bringing in Daredevil as the lawyer.
Oh yeah.
That was so overlooked. I'm like, oh snap! My son don't even know who Daredevil is because he's not one of those main characters. But if you follow the MCU, you know who those characters are. So shout out to the storytelling in that. Also, the movies, remember Marvel did it was like 15, 20 movies where all of them are about the Infinity Stones, bro. All of them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now the Infinity Stones are done. So how can y'all be more creative and bring my attention as a movie? And I think they've done that, especially with this Spider-Man movie. You wouldn't even think about Infinity Stones anymore, right?
Yep.
So I think that's
I didn't think about that. That's a good point, man.
It's a great progression to the third phase that they're in now, right? It's not about the Infinity Stones anymore. And then also even sneaking in, remember college, what is it called? College expectations, or trying to get in acceptance that. That's huge. Kids go through that all day, every day, every year, right? So I think that was great. And then just also have an original cast. And I know I said that before, like we talked about, the Matrix. Who are you bringing back? I don't want nobody else to be Neo, right? Spider-Man, you got Electro, you got Doc Ock, you got Green Goblin, you got multiple Spider-Mans. So the original cast always is going to get extra points for me, especially in the storytelling, because you want it to be relatable, and you want me to feel the same way my son does, because we grew up watching Spider-Man different ways, right? And we had that connection. So storytelling, to me, knocked it out the park. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 as well, man. Anything else you want to add to the storytelling?
No, not really. Like I said a little bit before, I've been reading some spinoffs going to be coming off, so I'm definitely kind of excited about that. Trying to see where they're going to do with those, and that point that you made about Infinity Stones definitely kind of hit home right there, because what I'm saying, you can't really keep holding on to that story, and to be able to move on was something that we all were kind of looking to see what was going to happen. How are they going to keep our attention? How is the MCU going to come all back together? So
that's a fact. So you gave it what, a 4.8, right? Storytelling?
4.8.
And I gave it 5. So both high scores from us. Next category, did I get what I bought? Now this movie's in theaters. This ain't one of those I could just chill on the couch and push play. You got to go to the theaters to watch it, man. And they've been selling out. So if you don't have
how much do they cost in Atlanta?
So I got a pass, so I get those movies free, but it depends on what time you go and where you go. So max ticket is probably like $20, $25. Minimum's like $10, depending on the time. So the earlier you go, and then go off day, like a Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be like a Friday, Saturday, right? So so it's a wide range, but if you don't have a lot of movies where you're from, whoever was watching this, you got to pick and choose when you can go, because they're selling out. Everybody wants to see Spider-Man. So keep that in mind. Now, did I get what I bought? Going into this, All the rumblings are, oh snap, they're gonna add all 3 Spider-Mans in this. So I'm telling you, if they didn't do that, they was gonna get a 0 from me. They was gonna get a 0, but they did complete that mission. Also, power of the media, bro, is huge. And I keep forgetting that every time, but every time I watch Spider-Man, I keep remembering that the power of the media runs a lot of stuff that we do in real life and in these movies. If you first to the TV and somebody sees it, they're gonna believe it. Yep, Spider-Man's the menace, right? Even though he's saving lives. So I enjoy how they keep bringing media to the forefront and how impactful it can be. And then also, I want to say this last thing before you go. There's certain scenes that are ingrained in my head in the standard of Spider-Man. So the best scene for me out of all the Spider-Mans was Spider-Man 1 at the end when Green Goblin was beating Spider-Man's ass, bro. And it looked so real. And then, you know, he did the backflip and then it killed the Goblin, right? So to me, it's like, I need to see a better scene than that. And in this movie, they had 2 of those. I'm gonna say when you brought up in the condo, when him and Green Goblin was going at it in the hall.
Okay, yep, that was one.
Fire to me. And then at the end, when they're on the island going at it again, I thought that was, that met my standard for this first Spider-Man. So did I get what I bought? I'm gonna say a 5 out of 5 for that, man. But what do you have? Tell the people what you think about this category.
Honestly, when I read the cast, I had high expectations because Jamie Foxx and William Dafoe was coming back. I was like, whew, my dude is pushing 60 now. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is he going to get up on that board, how's the whole mask going to work? How's everything going to work, you know? And can he relate to these people? Like, because, you know, this new age, someone like, oh, how's that old dude playing it, you know? So everything that I was kind of iffy on, like, they brought it top notch. They brought it to the, you know, to the plate, if you will. 5 out of 5 for me. I do love that condo scene. I was really waiting for all the fighting scenes and just flying through the air, because that's one thing I just love. I bought the video game. I don't really play like story mode games like that. I just want to fly through the air like I'm Spider-Man and can I feel like I'm in there. So they definitely brought that. I did get what I paid for. I do like I said, I love Hannibal Buress and JB Smoove, and those are some of my favorite actors, you know, one from kind of Chicagoland area, and they just some classic dudes. So I did love seeing all those kind of characters in there, and those people that you didn't really expect to see. So I do give it a 5 out of 5 for it. Did I get what I paid for? Went to a matinee, so it wasn't too expensive either. So, you know, that's one thing, got to see it in IMAX. So definitely 5 out of 5.
Yeah, and usually a lot of times trailers ruin movies, right? So I feel like they gave us so many trailers and so many scenes from the movie. You'd be like, man, I already seen the movie. But when you actually watch it, you're like, no, I'm glad they left out certain parts. So you still feel that excitement. And like you said, you don't know what's coming next, right? So
and one of my main things was too, is like, how are they going to wrap this up? You know, how are they going to wrap it up, or how are they going to connect all 3 of them? Like, he can't still be a little, hey, what's up, Tony Stark kind of dude anymore. Like, I really, really, really hone on the progression of the movies. And that was something that I walked away like, damn, okay, this is probably one of the top trilogies I've seen.
I like that. And so last category, is it a must see for the people? Preston, I'm gonna give you the honors. You want to go first in this category, or you want me to?
Let me see my card real quick, just in case y'all forgot. But yes, it is must see. You know, after long anticipated wait, it was actually one of my first times being back in the movie theater too. So I was excited, double masked up, trying to eat my popcorn and stuff. But definitely go out and see it. I was on Christmas break. I got to go see it during the matinee. So it was worth my time. I enjoyed every second of it, enjoyed being back in a movie theater as well. So definitely get out there and go see it. You know, during the holidays, if you guys got some time. It's one of those that I'm actually glad wasn't on HBO Max or one of those or Disney, one of those streaming channels.
I'm with you, man. So for me, I'm gonna say I love the slander of the second Spider-Man. You know, they heard it and they put it in the movie, right? He's like, hey, am I number 2 Spider-Man, 3, 1? What's going on? So I really enjoy the jokes. Marvel does this a lot where any serious scene, they always add insert joke here all the time. And in this, they didn't do that as much, right? Like they let the serious scenes breathe. And I enjoy that with that. Also, there's 2 end credit scenes. You know, there's one with Venom, and then there's another one, Doctor Strange. So to y'all out there, if you've seen one Marvel movie, you know, stay to the credits. You ain't got nowhere else to go. You just stay there for 2 hours. What's 2 hours and 2 minutes, right? Like,
what is this, 99, man?
Like,
People still not staying?
Trust me, every time I'm in the theaters, it's
boo
all
that man.
Just boo that man. Boo. And then also, I'm gonna say one thing, and I ain't finna give no spoilers, but Aunt May, bro.
Oh, stop! Hey, woo.
What? I'm gonna say that's
hey. She know what she doing. She knows. I'm about to travel to the MCU right now. Hello.
I gotta check flights. See what's that?
hey, get whatchamacallit, shout out to Hopper.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hopper. Boy, they got flights for free. Cheap.
But Aunt May, that's all I'm gonna say in that. So is this a must-see? Of course it is, man. You wouldn't get this excitement if it wasn't. So for me, a 5 out of 5 in this category. Trey, what you got in this category?
5 out of 5, big dog. 5 out of 5.
So that wraps up Spider-Man for us, man. So overall, this movie gets, I've done about 50, 60 shows so far on the Cornbread Movie Review, which is bananas because I started halfway through the year, man. Every week I'm hitting y'all with episodes.
Kudos to you, man.
Hey, thank you.
And A Square Podcast.
Appreciate it, man.
Aaron, definitely.
Bro, thank you. So for me, there's only been one movie at the top since I started, and that was Judas and the Black Messiah. Unfortunately, it's 2 of them now. So Spider-Man gets a 5 out of 5 overall from the Cornbread Movie Review. Trey, what do you rank this movie overall?
I know I gave a couple 4.8s, 4.9s, but definitely it's a 5. It's right there. That lowest, got a little extra credit for Aunt Meg. 5 out of 5, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
So there you have it. The Cornbread Movie Review. We get a 5 from Cornbread, a 5 from Trey, man. That's look like 10 to me. That's a dime right there.
That's 10. Yes, sir.
But I'm not, it's just like the end credits of Spider-Man. I ain't over yet, though. We got to talk about the forgotten movie. I'm never going to leave y'all without a movie that you must watch. This might be a movie that you forgot about, a movie that you never heard, or you'd be like, I did see that movie. That's right. I got to double back and watch it again. So I always let all my guests, do you want to give the people your movie or you want me to go first? I always give y'all the option.
I'll give you guys a movie. Okay. You know, it's a movie that I was watching, like when we were in school, you know, we had to stay for workouts, you know, and we cut that cable off because ain't nobody got money for that. So we always had our DVDs. But this one movie I just ran across, didn't even know I got it. I think I got out the little $5 Walmart thing. It's called Eastern Promises. Okay. And why I say that is when Jokic and his brothers were jumping up, I know they're not the same. They're Serbian, and this is a Russian movie. But Eastern Promises, like, them dudes is bad over there. So check that out. Eastern Promises. Let us know in the comments how you feel about that one though. So absolutely. Eastern Promises. Eastern Promises.
And then also with me, I'm gonna stick with the, let's say, a little alien theme from Spider-Man. This movie came out in 2016, man. It's a PG-13, it's a sci-fi thriller, and this movie's called Arrival. This movie has Amy McAdams in it, Jeremy Renner. So it's about aliens coming in, and then you kind of got to go on a journey with them on, are these aliens good, bad? Are they trying to teach you something? And there's a big message at the end, kind of like, you know, you can see your future from your past, right? So it should change the whole mindset on how you think of a lot of things. And that movie's called Arrival. You will not be disappointed. Eastern Promises, you will not be disappointed. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Cornbread Movie Review. Trey, first off, thank you for joining the episode, man. I appreciate it, man. Let the people know again, how can they reach you?
Instagram at Urbana Ghost, and then online or email utownghost@gmail.com. And don't forget about that non-for-profit. You know, they do real good things over there. It's at For the Grace of. Go ahead and check them out on Instagram. You know, anything helps, and just making everybody smile, you know. Thanks a lot though, Cornbread, for letting come up in here. Husky dogs come up in here real quick. So
Hey, like I said, man, I'm not stopping, man. So definitely we at the end of this year, but next year, whenever you ready to bless us again, let me know. We'll make it
there
happen.
are a couple movies that are coming up. That one about that D1 athlete kind of changing the game. It's been kind of advertised on Facebook though too. So I think I want to see that one. I think this is going to be a good one. Give a lot of people insights through the mind of a student athlete.
Facts, and we know about that. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
good and bad. We know some good and bad stuff, man.
Definitely,
I appreciate it. I guarantee people want to see you again, so we're gonna bring you back on, man. So thank y'all out there. Thanks to the viewers. Make sure you like and subscribe and share. And happy holidays to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? This ain't
yes, sir.
Hey,
couple more days.
Come on, bro. We made it through. Don't take no days for granted. You know what I'm saying? So we made it through. But thank y'all again, and we'll be back with another episode.
All right. Thanks a lot.